history. Haskins finished as a finalist for the Heisman Trophy that season.
Dwayne Haskins, it's right here. I'll freeze it. Unbelievable and unbelievably sad. Dwayne Haskins, Steelers quarterback, Ohio State quarterback star, died in a car crash. I just got a call, a text rather, from
we have terrible news in the sport.
Listen, this is, you know, he was hit by a car in South Florida, and his agent confirmed it.
Out at Ohio State before playing with both Washington and Pittsburgh in the NFL, died this morning after being hit by a car in South Florida. He was 24 years old. His agent, Cedric Saunders, has confirmed this news with Haskins' family. Haskins was the 15th overall pick of the Washington franchise in the 2019 NFL draft. Spent 3 seasons in the league with Washington and Pittsburgh. And during his last season at Ohio State, the one where he was the starting quarterback there, Haskins threw for 50 passing touchdowns.
Yep.
Still the most in a
I'm gonna stop it right there. Wow. I'm a big fan of Dwayne Haskins, and I think, this is what I'm seeing on the other side here. That's what's being shown. We can go over it. 33 seasons in the NFL, 2019 and 2021, the Washington Commanders and the Steelers. 15th overall pick in 2019 NFL draft. 50 passing touchdowns in Ohio State, 2018, the most in a single season in Big Ten history. 2018 Heisman Trophy Award finalist. Came out, and with the Washington Commanders, you probably know the story. He's a kid, quarterback, didn't have the right mentors, but all that aside, he turned it around real quick because Washington Commanders coach, Ron Rivera, basically said, hey, we just drafted you, but we're not going to have you under these circumstances. And as much as I hated the action, it did him some good, unfortunately, but it brought him to the Steelers, where I believe he was well on his way to replacing Ben Roethlisberger. Dwayne Haskins, though, off the field, as I understand it, was really a great guy, a great person he was fun-loving. And the kind of criticism he received, he should not have received, okay, at all. And the way things go, particularly with us as folks, all right, is just when you think you're at the top, at the highest mountain, something bad happens to you. And this came right at the place where Dwayne was clearly on a path where if he played just so, he would be the Steelers starter, okay? He would be that guy that everybody believes, including myself, he could be. But the Lord called him to do something early. But the Lord challenges us with things like this that happen, because I think, hey, this is the devil too, right? I mean, it's not always the Lord that does these things. It feels like an evil act to me. I don't know the particulars behind the auto accident yet. I'm just picking up the pieces here and looking at this on Twitter, these tributes like you are. I guess if you aren't, somebody may not be on Twitter. This is what I'm seeing. Okay. Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins has passed away after being struck by a car. He was 24. 24 years old. That is too young. I too am praying for him. I hope the Lord blesses his family and keeps them. He was too young, too vibrant, incredibly sad, and I want everybody to remember, particularly when we talk about folks like Dwayne Haskins and other black quarterbacks, human beings, okay? human beings blessed to play a kid's game for a lot of money. I'm not saying when I said we, it doesn't include me, but I'm talking about those, okay? He didn't deserve the criticism he got. He didn't deserve the tabloids following him, like TMZ reporting he's at this club and all this, you know? He didn't deserve any of that. He didn't deserve the many times he did good acts for people that were ignored by the media. And that's why you need social media. You need to use it so that people get the right story about people, okay? It is tearfully sad. It is crazy beyond belief. Just absolutely just. And in the right offense, the right design, just, hey, take about 10 plays from the Ohio State playbook, gussy him up NFL style, and you got yourself a quarterback. I would say better than Tua. You heard me, okay? The right system, the right coach produces the right results. I was never convinced that Matt Canada, Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator, was that guy. I still am not, okay? I still am not. DeAndre Hopkins said he would love to be in college. Oh, yeah. Let's go over some more of these. This is so tearfully sad. Tragic news this morning. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. Record-breaking former Ohio State has died in a car accident. Thank you, Remington. Age of 24. 24 years old. 24 years old. 24. I try to find out what happened here. What the heck? Let's see if we can get some kind of a count. Look at that stance. All right? Look at that. Look at that. About to launch it. Feet in the right place, too. Feet in the right place. Head in the right place. Yeah. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. He was such an amazing quarterback when he played. He was, wasn't he? With that rose. Let's see. Devastating. Schefter said he was on the side of the road and hit by a driving car. Let me roll back, because I have the ESPN broadcast. I can't show it for copyright reasons, but I can roll back the comment.
Season in Big Ten history. Haskins finished as a finalist for the Heisman Trophy that season. He was married, he had teammates, he had friends, he had family, and we were thinking of each and every one of them this morning. Haskins is 24 years old. More sports.
And my condolences to his wife. This is right here. Take a look. Yep, normal guy. Dwayne Haskins, 1997, 2022. Remember exactly where I was in 1997, too. Working for the city of Oakland. It's Elihu Harris, economic advisor. Let me find out what's happening here as far as any other information. Let me see what the latest is as I get this. Let's see here. I am just devastated. Not right. It is not right. Not right. Not right at all. I am looking for. What I'm doing right now, I'm looking down and trying to find out something here. Mike Florio. Here's, yeah. And I like what's Cardale Jones wrote this, okay? First of all, Adam Schefter wrote Dwayne Haskins a standout at Ohio State before struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh. In other words, he said something negative about him, which is like this kind of, people just think they're being journalists and all that crap. No sensitivity, no reading of the moment, Cardale Jones rightfully posts, how about Dwayne Haskins, son, husband, Buckeye brother, friend, beloved teammate has passed away. His career ups and downs have to do with him unfortunately losing his life. You know what that means. Let his family and friends grieve instead of throwing shade. Pray for the Haskins family. Yeah, Cardale Jones is right on. I mean, it is wrong. I'm not going to say I don't understand it, all right? It is wrong for people in media to, when someone dies, who's an athlete in particular and who's black, look for the negatives and report all the negatives about that person. That's a habit. That is a white media habit. I'm calling it like what it is because it needs to stop, Adam. That's wrong. Because that's all they look for, okay? Jeez, all right? That is all they look for. And we have some, it's called class, It's called class. It's called class, all right? Okay? I mean, it'd be nice if he actually deleted the tweet, all right? Talking about Adam. Now, let me answer your question regarding what happened and get off that. That's that people do that sort of thing is, well, it's certainly not a Christian thing to do, okay? It's just wrong, all right? We need more love in society. We don't need all this stuff, okay? Stuff, all right? This John Klein wrote this, okay? He says, this is difficult. As an Ohio State alum, I loved what Dwayne Haskins did for the school. As a reporter, getting to know him and talking to him many times and getting to know those close to him, it's really tough. Knowing the devastating impact on their lives, so young, so damn sad. That's the kind of tweet you send out. That's what you should do, Adam. Okay? Now, let me get back to answering your question, okay, about what happened to him. I'm going to go back, and I thought Pro Football Talk seemed to have something on that. And Mike Florio is generally, although if Florio blasts out with something negative, I'm not reading it, okay? I'm not reading it at all. At all. Let's talk about the good things. Most passing yards in the Big Ten in a single season. Most passing touchdowns in the Big Ten in a single season. First team All Big Ten 2018. Big Ten champion, MVP. All right? MVP, okay? All right? And this is what bothers me is Dwayne Haskins was living his best life. Why, God, did you allow the devil to do this? That's what I don't get. All right? All right? Here's something that here's some more light. It says that Dwayne Haskins, who was killed after being hit by a car in South Florida, he was down there to work with Mitch Trubisky and the Steelers' skill players. Don't take any day for granted. Life is short. Prayers for Haskins' his family can't imagine. Wow. He was down there to work, folks. He was down there to work. He was down there to work. Shit. Damn this. I don't get it. Just don't get it. You know what? This is something I'm going to leave with you right here. Look at this. Today is a perfect day to call and check on a loved one. Tell your family and friends that you love them. I hate hearing the news of Dwayne Haskins this morning. May God bless his family. And may God bless all of you. And call people you haven't talked to in a long time. This is that day for that. I happen to think of a guy and talked to at least 15 years named Guy Faulkner. So I went to look up what he was up to. He died in 2020. Okay, I didn't know that. There is no shame in calling somebody. Because you just don't know. It's not right This life is structured that way. It's not fair. We have to live it, though. And the best way to live it is to let the people that we know, we love them. And it doesn't have to be just a family member. It could just be people that, okay? As Doza says, you got all time to go. We don't know the day, the hour, to leave your mark. Dwayne Haskins will live forever. Okay? Ever. Ever. I'm trying to find out more about what happened here. If you know something, you post it, I'll read it. I'm still looking here. I'm not going to give up getting the story out there. Let's see here. And Adam Schefter is rightfully taking lumps for this. Okay. Not something. Okay. Adam needs to apologize to Dwayne Haskins' family. I mean, this is the fact that he put this tweet out there is blowing up. Look at this, okay? 1, rest in peace. Dwayne Haskins is an awful man, prayers to his family. Adam Schefter is the single biggest, you know what, in the sports industry. Stinks, okay? Dwayne Haskins' family deserves an apology. They don't need to hear about his professional struggles on the same morning of his untimely death. Exactly. Okay? Doing this sort of thing does not make you a great journalist, Adam, or anybody else, okay? And not only that, it's one more reason journalism is dying, because people do stuff like that and they think it's cool, and it's not cool. Let's
what you think?
Someone made this video about Dwayne. For copyright reasons, I can't show the whole thing, but I can show some of the images here. That's Dwayne as a little tyke, okay? Look at that. Dwayne, okay? How about that, all right? Okay, okay. May 17th, 2008, 10:22:05 a.m., okay? There he is. At Buckeye Videos, okay? And let's hear what he's saying here. Let's see. Got that right here. 1 second.
You go college?
What's he saying there? Hold on a second. Cute little boy. Look at that.
This is awesome. Going to college here.
You go college?
He said he's going to college. He did. He said he was going to college at Ohio State. He was ready. Oh my God. I mean, he knew what he wanted to do and where he wanted to go as a kid. I mean, how cool is that? Oh, John Q. Schefter basically put out a tweet. I'm not going to show the tweet again because it's just way too upsetting, but just saying that he struggled, and he said negatives about him on the day of his death. You don't do that, period, okay? So, anyway, let's see what else we've got here. Let me be careful regarding copyright here, and this is the rest of the video. This is him throwing. Now remember, this is May 17th, 2008, all right? Look at that. Look at that. Then, okay, you talk about born to play touchdown. Sharpshooter. Look at that. Look at that. All right? And there's more. He says, celebrate life, love, peace, wholeness, and power. Stay centered as a master of the wheel. Yep. The sports world just lost a great athlete. I was a fan of him when I saw him play on TV. Let's go. Okay? Dwayne Haskins, your life was fast, but you didn't deserve this early. Hey, Dwayne got married. All right? He was on the right path. Okay? I mean, he went through his youthful indiscretions, as little as they were, okay? And he was out on top, man. Going to work with Mitch Trubisky, And his skill position players, wow. Okay? Wow. The young buck was ready to strike. Okay? I mean, just the young buck was ready to strike. Just a matter of time. Field Yates says here, right there, he says, Dwayne Haskins' first major moment at Ohio State was as a freshman, taking over for an injured J.T. Barrett while trailing rival Michigan on the road in the third quarter. Haskins would lead the Buckeyes to 3 scoring drives and come from behind win, rest in peace. And that's what you're looking at there, okay? That was that game. That was the game. That was when Haskins came in. As a freshman, the kid who at 7 years old wanted to play for Ohio State, the first moment he got the chance, he created a shining moment. Wow. Okay? Wow. Wow. Dwayne is 24 years old, not 28, by the way. 24. As Doug Lemires writes, he says, Dwayne Haskins was a transformational, aspirational, unforgettable Buckeye. His self-confidence was a joy to be around. He helped change the foundation of Ohio State football. He lived his Buckeye dream, and he could sling it. What a terrible loss. And it's too young. Nick Farbaugh says, one thing that always stood out about Dwayne Haskins during camp was just the type of teammate he was. Anyone made a big play, he was there celebrating with them. He picked up others when they had a rough play. The players always raved about Dwayne Haskins, the person first. You know who they say that about also is Jameis Winston. Same comments, okay? It's a good people. It's a good people. Good people. And, boy, it's making me dizzy. This is so hard. Hit by a car. This is so sad, so young, rest in peace. He was too young and really on the right trajectory. He really was. And this is Dwayne Haskins connecting with Danny Dimes, the Giants. You know, boy. Sad news for the NFL family. Just sad news all the way around. Just is. Just is. Just way too sad. Yep, keep his family in your thoughts. One of the greatest seasons in Ohio State history. 4,831 yards. A 70% completion percentage. 50 touchdowns. Just 8 interceptions. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. I'm still scrolling through to find out more about folks, do not drag him online. Just don't. Ain't worth it. Ain't right. Ain't cool. This is the man. Looks good in Steelers colors, doesn't he? Wow. All right. I got to get myself together for my mom because I'm here as her caretaker. I am sending blessings to the NFL family, the Steeler family. The NFL, when I say the NFL family, my company, Zenny 62 Media, is going on its 18th year straight being credentialed to cover the NFL draft. the NFL has been very good to me. So just keep that in mind. Jesus, can't believe this. I am looking for. This is. Let's see what Pro Football Talk has here. Again, I'm going to skip over anything negative and just. This is by Michael David Smith. He says, nothing more than what you already know. First round draft pick in Washington. Recently played in Pittsburgh. Was hit by a car early this morning in South Dallas, Florida. And they write good things about him. Okay. They don't get into the dramatics here. Thank you very much. This is tasteful. The way it should be. The way it should be. Not the best news in the morning. Trying to find out what else. Excuse me. Dwayne Haskins. I'm typing Haskins. Because normally a local news channel will have some information about this. Let's see here. Fox News. That was 30. Steelers Wire had it 39 minutes ago. Let's see. Fox News. It's a report. It says details. What I found here says details. This is what I found, folks. Okay, Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins killed after being struck by a car. Report details surround Haskins' death. Excuse me, they got all this JavaScript activity going on.
Hi everyone, I'm Don Goodner with Atlanta Communities, and today we're reviewing the housing market in Fayetteville, Georgia.
Let me kill that. Hold on a second. All right, that's gone. All right, so let me scroll down here. It says he was just nothing more new. It said that details surrounding Haskins' death were not immediately known. That was 39 minutes ago. Okay. You said, what are the Steelers going to do? Well, they have Mitch Trubisky. They went and got him in. And Mitch, who I had the opportunity to meet and interview at the 2017 NFL Draft in Florida. My lord, sorry, my brain's all scrambled. In Philadelphia. I think will do well for the Steelers, but he's not the most mobile guy. In fact, one reason why he didn't last with the Bears was, well, Justin Fields. Okay, Justin Fields, you know, Justin's got wheels and he can throw on the run. Dwayne's got wheels and can throw on the run. So, but that aside, the Steelers had a great quarterback room with the two of them in it. And how it was going to pan out, I don't know. I think the job was Dwayne's to get. Or, and if one got injured, the other could spell. And I think just in terms of attitude and temperament, they're both good people. So I think they would have been a fantastic teammate pair. Obviously, they're down in South Florida training together. Okay? Jeez. All right. Still trying to find out more. Dwayne Haskins, his wife. He's married. He married. Here, it's hard for me to pronounce the name. Here she is. Calibra Gondrezic Haskins. All right. So, at any rate, that was his wife. Unfortunately, that surfaced for a reason I'm not going to mention. but they had gotten together their differences way back in January, and they were just fine, you know. So they were just fine. Careful what you do in Vegas, folks, with your wife. Just don't drink too much. That's all I will say about that. We've all been there, and so well, actually, I haven't been there. I pray for her, and a lovely couple. You know, a lovely couple. See, a lovely couple. Look, see, right there. He's cute as a button. He's happy as a clam. She's dressed like Minnie Mouse. Wow, she's got to be just sick. Just sick. Just sick. She's got to be just sick. Oh. Let's see here. I was trying to find out as far as where he was regarding the accident. I don't know. I can also try Instagram. And let me see if something is on Instagram about Dwayne Haskins, because sometimes you can find it there. He says, I think walking. Let's see, Dwayne Haskins. Here we are. Okay. Breaking update. Let's see. That's being hit by a car. I'm looking at all these. This is what I'm looking at here. These are Instagram posts. Okay. So I'm trying to find out if somebody saw something early. Dwayne Haskins killed by car. This is something that maybe, let me see if I can enlarge this. It says, note the usual. A few details. Dwayne Haskins Jr., only 24 years old. Let's see, what is this? I don't know what that is. Some particular reason. There's nothing worse than that someone actually posts something on Instagram under the hashtag that has nothing to do with them, using that hashtag of a person who just died. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. We've got, this is what I'm looking at. This is on Instagram. Okay. There's only 24. There are a lot of these. Dwayne Haskins. Okay. Buckeyes. A lot of photo tributes. All right. Just spilling in. Just spilling in. Okay. Oh. This is just absolutely awful. See that? The young Buckeye with Jim Tressel. Huh. Man. Dwayne Haskins. So I talk about being able to say I made it past 25 a lot because it's important to me. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. I was excited when you made it to lead because of your talent. I always believed you still had the chance to be a great quarterback. I don't know you personally, but I'm saddened. Jeez. Rest in power, former Buckeye star QB Dwayne Haskins. Whew. 'Breaking. 1997-2022. Ugh. Rest in peace. Buckeye forever. Whew. Yeah, he was just trying to get better. You know, I mean, he was just trying to get better. Walk with me. I need some coffee or something. Hold on a second. He was just trying to get better. Excuse me. You know what? He was better. Okay. He was young, and like a number of us who come into positions like, look, let's put it this way: NFL quarterback, getting a lot of money when you're very young, and just, not, I think I'll have tea, not having the right mentors, and then you get the right mentors because the Steelers in particular, Mike Tomlin is probably one of the best mentors, the other being Tony Dungy, that a black quarterback can have. The other person I think is Jameis Winston's father. Jameis Winston has a fantastic dad. And Jameis Winston is another person who's been lying about a lot. Okay? A lot. Oh, I think this tea is appropriate. Yeah, blood pressure tea. You ever have a problem, folks? Blood pressure tea. So anyway, I don't know what, I would really be concerned about his wife, because that's the first call somebody's got to make to see how she's doing. Because this is what? April 8th? 9th? They had gotten it together. Okay? And again, on their way. I don't know. I will say one thing, folks. I don't know what happened with that accident, a car accident, but I don't know who the driver is. And I sure as hell hope it wasn't a hit and run. I don't know anything about this. But the details will come out. Okay. See, this is what I'm doing is this. Okay. Got this. Just 1, 2, 3. So I thought this was better than caffeine, right? I was gonna fire up the pot over there, but under the circumstances, I just don't think it's a good idea. Tea for every occasion here. So I'll be ready in a minute. Why did you have to go, man? Jeez. It's one of those times when you wish the person was strong enough to actually, block the car, right? It's like, doggone, I can take the car. No. I don't know him, but just judging by his personality, he was probably in some great headspace and didn't see the car at all. And the car certainly, and I would bet that he was walking across the street lawfully. And I sure as hell hope this wasn't a drunk driver or somebody speeding. I don't know. You ask why? Was anybody around with him at the time? Where was he? He was in South Florida. I have a friend who owns the 11th Street Diner down there, 11th and Washington. Yeah, fragile. Life is too fragile, isn't it? I'll be 60 this year. Jeez. My mom, God love her, she's still with me. Sleeping back there because I'm looking out for her. I am blessed to have had her for 87 years and counting. I hope more. Okay? There's something else too, folks. No matter what arguments you might have with your parents, no matter how you might think they don't get you, at the end of the day, love them because they need you and you need them. They're family. Family argues. You can argue about stupid things, right? It's like I'm sure Dwayne's wife is thinking about whatever dumb arguments they have. None of that matters with respect to your life. Okay? They're like storms that pass, you know. Storms come and go all the time, but there's always your life. All right? Yeah, Haskins was in South Florida training with Trubisky, Najer, Claypool, and other Steeler players. Man. I gotta have my high blood pressure tea. This is too much. Oh, too much of a day. It's not just this, but then finding out my other friend died and I lost contact with him. High blood pressure tea, okay? High blood pressure tea. Let me see NFL Network. If NFL Network has something. NFL football.
Steelers will use it.
NFL, they have football. It would have been nice. Well, you know what? It's fourth quarter. Dallas and Pittsburgh. And maybe the league showed this. I don't know why they have this game on. Maybe Haskins quarterbacked in this game. Dallas 35, Pittsburgh 30. Anyway, it's supposed to end in 2 seconds. So I think, yeah. Well, it's Roethlisberger. And so it's 2 seconds. Anyway, I don't know. I don't get it. What I'm waiting for is what the NFL Network will say. Time is out. Game is over. Cowboys win. Unfortunately. Dwayne Haskins was a friend to... I didn't have the pleasure of knowing him, okay? But I covered the league for years, and like I said before, we're credentialed to cover the NFL draft for the 18th straight year. So, at the NFL draft I covered, Dwayne did not, he wasn't in the building. He didn't show up to the draft. Okay. Here is, now they show you NFL replay. I think the reason the NFL is doing this is just money. Folks, people have money problems. Look at this. The NFL is, normally the NFL would break in here and they would have a report on Haskins and they would stick on it. But you have to pay people to do that, right? And apparently this isn't something that they are able to shift gears and do. That is really sad. Or if they did it, it only lasted a few seconds, and they went right into NFL replay. Go back to ESPN, Sports Center. Sports Center has it. Listen.
Offense also finished third in the Heisman Trophy voting back in 2018. I believe we have Adam Schefter with us now. Adam, what happened this morning with Dwayne?
Very tragic news in South Florida. Essentially, we are waiting.
Hold on. I hope Adam's on right now here, okay? I hope he says the right thing.
But my understanding is that Haskins was in South Florida training with the Steelers quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. This morning, my understanding is he pulled alongside the highway for some reason, got out of his car, and at that point in time, confirmed again, was got hit by another car.
Oh.
So this is a tragic situation here that's unfolding. The word is spreading across the National Football League. People are shocked, saddened, and devastated about the loss of a great player at Ohio State, the former first-round draft pick in Washington. And now, obviously, people are reacting, and it's very sad down in South Florida because nobody could ever expect something like this. Terrible news, and again, there'll be more details in the police report, but it doesn't change the fact that a great young man at the age of 24 has lost his life.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you for the Oh boy. Okay, basically he pulled over to the side and someone hit him. Okay? Interstate Byway. So he had some accident. So that's what happened. And you know, Adam did not go there and turn negative. He got the message, folks. Adam got the message. Hold on a second.
Adam, how long had he been in South Florida working out with his teammates?
Well, I think what happened is that the Steelers quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, gathered some of the players down there for time to train together, to bond as many teams and quarterbacks do during the offseason. Dwayne Haskins was down there with a bunch of the quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. They were all training together. Don't know the exact timeline, Jay, but they've been down there training. And obviously this morning, Dwayne Haskins had a bunch of social media posts down in Florida yesterday with some of his teammates. And then obviously the tragic circumstance this morning where he gets out of his car and gets hit by another vehicle, apparently alongside the highway there in South Florida.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. We'll let you go. If you get more details, we'll bring you back on. Let's go over to Hannah right now.
Yeah, Steelers reporter Brooke Pryor joins us now. And Brooke, do you have any more details? Is there anything you can add to Adam's reporting?
Yeah, Hannah, they gathered just a couple days ago. Yesterday was the first day that we saw kind of a surge in social media posts from Dwayne Haskins and some of Steelers teammates, including Najee Harris and Chase Claypool. They were down there on this trip in Boca Raton, organized by Mitch Trubisky, as a team bonding, a team working out weekend for Trubisky to get more familiar with the locker room, for these guys to get comfortable with each other. We saw that Najee Harris was dressed up yesterday in a video that Dwayne Haskins posted. It looked like they were about to head out for some other activities after working out on the field together. And I think it speaks volumes of the way that this locker room and his teammates thought about Dwayne Haskins, that on a trip organized by an incoming quarterback that he invited Dwayne Haskins to come down, quarterback already in the room, who he could potentially be competing with for a starting job in just a couple months, to come be a part of this weekend. I think it just says the way that Haskins was thought about in the locker room and the way that his teammates regarded him.
And Brooke, can you expand upon that a little bit more, how his teammates regarded him and any sort of immediate reaction that you've heard from the Steelers?
Just a couple minutes ago, Mike Tomlin released a statement, and I think it really sums up the way that Haskins was felt about in the locker room. He said, "I am devastated and at a loss for words with the unfortunate passing of Dwayne Haskins. He quickly became part of our Steelers family upon his arrival in Pittsburgh and was one of our hardest workers, both on the field and in our community. Dwayne was a great teammate, but even more so, a tremendous friend to so many." That is the crux of Dwayne Haskins in Pittsburgh. From the time he got here, I can remember talking with him and his first availability at training camp, talking about trying to sit with different guys at lunch and kind of rotating tables to get to know everyone. Then later in the season, when I talked to quarterback coach Mike Sullivan, he said, we're not seeing the progress that Dwayne Haskins is making on the field on Sundays, but in practice, he is in Mike Sullivan's hip pocket. He is asking questions. He is learning the details. He is doing everything he can to be a better teammate and a better quarterback. And I think that that's just the way that he was regarded in Pittsburgh, as someone who was trying to get his career back on track. He was a hard worker. He was very involved in the community events. I actually just saw him a couple weeks ago. He stopped in Pitt's Pro Day. He'd been working with Kenny Pickett, and he wanted to kind of see how Kenny Pickett was doing. So he's someone that was very present in Pittsburgh in just a short amount of time, and he made a real lasting impact here in this community.
Yeah, it sounds like after the tumultuous couple of seasons in Washington, the team that drafted him, like he really had found a good place, a home there in Pittsburgh. Brooke, thank you so much for your personal reflections and for enlightening us as to the reaction of the Steelers to this absolutely shocking and devastating news today. Brooke Pryor reporting.
Okay. I'm going to reread the statement from Steelers coach Mike Tomlin. "I am devastated and at a loss for words with the unfortunate passing of Dwayne Haskins. He quickly became part of our Steelers family upon his arrival in Pittsburgh and was one of our hardest workers, both on and off the field and in our community. Dwayne was a great teammate, but even more so, a tremendous friend to many. I am truly heartbroken. Our thoughts and prayers are with his wife, Calabria, and his entire family during this difficult time. Folks, I'm going to end it right there. I'm going to finish my tea because, rest in peace, folks. And like I said, you got a friend out there you haven't heard from, call them. You think about somebody, call them. Just let them know that they're loved. And even if you don't love them, let them know that you're thinking about it. But love everybody. All right, thanks.